The other fee is
Lone Star.
okay. Additional charge upon water consumption is imposed in the amount of $1. This is for the Lone Star Groundwater Conservation District fee for permitting. So that's a straight pass through on our account. And so those are the two fees that will be seen on everybody's utility accounts.
Yes, people.
Bill statements.
That is $1.
We have a $1 fee and a 90 cents per 1,000 gallons used for the groundwater reduction.
$1 is a flat fee.
$1 is a flat fee, then 90 cents is per 1,000 gallons used. Okay? Okay. Moving on to section 4 of this, which has been, a lot of people come to me about. Deposits, return check charges, fees for inspections, tap fees, and other charges. Okay, so deposits have been changed to residential homeowner deposit is going to be $300. A renter deposit will be $500. The return check charge is going to stay at $30. Disconnection or restoration of water services fee for failure to pay is going to stay at $75. Discontinuation or restoration of water service upon request of consumer will be $75. And any customer service inspections will be stay at $100. Those are not changing at all. Those are additional fees for discontinued services or bills being not paid and the water's turned off. Okay, I'm gonna skip over to section 6, which is another issue that I need to read out. This is billing. A composite billing statement will be used by the city. The billing statement will itemize the charges for water, sanitary sewer service, and garbage service for inside, and then outside is not going to see that right now. We'll talk about that later. And then the total of such amounts shall be due and payable to the city on or before the 15th day of the month, following the month in which the services are rendered, and shall become delinquent if not paid by that time. If a consumer fails to pay any amount on or before such due date, a penalty of 10%. We're changing that down. We did have some legal clarity, and that is going to change to 10%. Yeah, I know, there's a misprint right there.
Oh my God.
And that is in accordance to some legal statements that we've been referred to. So, that changed from 20% to 10% for any delinquent or not paid or fails to pay the amount on or before such due date. And, okay, on the 16th day of the month. Now, I just want to add a statement in here. We come in to the office at 9 a.m. on the 16th. As long as that bill is in the mail slot, whenever the first pull on the 16th, then it will be counted as on time. Because it was here prior to us opening the doors on the 16th. It's been a big controversy, a big discussion, and if it's in the mail slot before the city secretary or myself pulls the bin on the following day, the 16th, that morning at 9 a.m., if it's in there, it's on time. If it comes after that, it's going to hit the floor. That's late. So, I cannot be adjusting bills. I cannot be offering leniency. And I will ask you to leave if you're crying. I don't mean to be rude. But, yeah, discontinuance of utility service, everything there is staying the same. And if anybody needs a copy of this and on it passing, I'll have it available. Penalties, this has been a big controversy, especially with the utility contractors and everybody doing work on their homes and hiring contractors. Don't touch the town meters. That's not written in here, I'm saying that out loud. Don't let your contractors touch your meters, because you're responsible for that account. Any consumer who is found to have made an unauthorized connection to the system shall be fined not less than $100, no more than $1,000 for each offense. Each day on which a violation shall occur or continue shall be deemed a separate and distinct offense. In addition to the penalties provided herein, the city may recover reasonable attorney fees, court costs, court reporter fees, and other expenses of litigation by appropriate suit at law against the person found to have violated this section or orders, rules, regulations, and permits issued hereunder. We've had a lot of situations where that, I'm not gonna sit here and play nice. I've issued several $1,000 fines, and the town can't give away free water. And I'm gonna make a lot of changes to make this community really good again. But if we're turning our water meters around, I'll find out. I'm rolling around in my little Toyota, everybody knows me. So just tell your contractors, don't mess with those meters. And we have enough problems with them as they are. Okay. Yes. What we're gonna do is, if it's all right with the city council, I'm gonna ask for a vote to approve ordinance 01 and 02, item on the agenda list, number 10 and number 11, with, bear with me, there's legal words here I'm supposed to say.
Subject to final review by the city
Subject
attorney.
to final, yes. Go ahead, Mr. John.
I'm curious as to what the amount of deposits were previously.
Previously, there were $200 and $300 for inside and outside.
$500 is a lot of money for a renter to put down deposit.
If you're already a renter, this will not apply. This applies since,
I'm just saying that would have been a deal killer for me moving in the neighborhood.
well,
$500, nice.
there's reasoning behind that. The town has suffered significant loss and bad debt that we've had to occur because renters walked away, and there's no way for the town to really rehab the cost involved with them walking away with that $800 utility bill. And right now I've got several $1,000s in bad debt that I've got to somehow absorb at the end of the year in the budget. And we're skimming this budget as thin as we can right now. So,
How long is it when somebody does not pay their bill that we wait until we cut that off then?
well,
I can't imagine running up $1,000 in water bill.
if they don't pay their utility bill the following month, it'll be cut off. But then there will still occur late fees and penalties, therefore, until they turn off their account or they bring it back current. And there was a lot of leniency after the flood, and then lots of, I guess,
promises to pay.
variances were made to allow forgiveness, so to speak, for some of the bills during the flood. So there was certain situations where somebody was a month behind before the flood, and then they got an exemption for during the flood time, and then their water wasn't turned off until January or February at the beginning of the year. So they ended up with a charge of right around $800, and then their water wasn't actually turned off until February.
That's on you.
So then the town, not knowing that they either weren't there because they didn't notify us, or they were just continuing on and started work and didn't pay their bill, then by the time we shut the water off, after all the variances were made, we're left with a large debt, so to speak. So that's the reasoning behind it. It's gonna deter it. And I know, I've heard comments from you and other neighbors in the community that this isn't gonna turn into a, so to speak, rental community. And so that's also gonna deter.
That might, yeah, that might help out.
So if no other questions at this time, I'm gonna ask that we make a motion to approve with amendments made and reviewed by our attorneys. Okay, Mr. Matthews is gonna make a motion. Ms. Belinda Hackelman is gonna second. And all in favor of passing ordinances 01 and 02, say aye. All opposed, say nay. It's gonna pass. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind, I circled those changes. I'm gonna leave that with you for a moment. Now, we're going to consider, discuss, and approve the use of a tax attorney to manage delinquent accounts. And at this time, I'm gonna pass this on to this lovely lady. She's gonna introduce herself.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Leslie Scotty with the law firm of Purdue Brandon. We are a delinquent tax collection firm, and we collect other governmental receivables. I have provided the town a proposed contract for collection of delinquent taxes as well as a resolution for a collection penalty. Just to give you a brief overview of how the delinquent property tax system works. Taxes typically go delinquent on February 1 of every year. And then if the taxes are still delinquent around May, there's what's called a 3308 notice mailed to the taxpayer if you have a delinquent tax attorney. And that notifies the taxpayer that a collection penalty will attach to the tax penalty as a part of the tax penalty and interest to the tax and be part of the tax lien if not paid by July 1. July 1 rolls around, the account is turned over to my firm, if you're in contract with us, for collections. And that is where the resolution comes in. If the resolution is signed, we are proposing that the collection penalty be 20%. That means that our services come as no cost to the city. We get paid from that collection penalty that attaches to the tax penalty and interest and as part of the tax lien when the taxpayer does not pay. They go delinquent, they receive a 3308 notice, so they know it's gonna happen. July 1 rolls around, they're still delinquent, the penalty attaches. When we collect the tax penalty and interest, we get the 20%, that's how we get paid, no cost to the taxing jurisdiction. So the resolution, if the contract is agreed to and the resolution is signed, it will go into effect next year. It'll go into effect for collections of the 2018 property tax year. So for 2017, if the contract were signed and I were to file a lawsuit, I would not get paid a collection penalty because this agreement was not previously in effect, but I would get, under the tax code, what is called an attorney fee, and it is capped at 15% if I were to be hired by the town and file a lawsuit to collect the taxes. That 15% attorney fee, not collection penalty, would attach. Now I can't get both, so if I have a contract for the collection penalty, and 2018 rolls around, I can no longer, once that fee attaches, I can no longer charge the 15%. So there's no dipping there anymore, so I'm confused with that. So what we do for the taxing jurisdictions is when the accounts are turned over to us on July 1, for example, for the 2018 tax year, that'll be July 1 of 2019 when they're turned over, we get the tax roll, we immediately do a mass mailing. So, a collection letter goes to the address that is on file with the tax office, which is typically the address that the appraisal district has on the account. So they would get a mass mailing, and from there, we phone bank. And so we try to reach out to the taxpayer at least 3 times, let them know the seriousness of the situation, that a lawsuit could be filed. We also, if that doesn't work, we do title research to ascertain whether there is a lien on the property, and we contact the lien holder. Because if Wells Fargo has a lien on the property and I file a tax lien foreclosure suit, get a judgment, sell the property on the courthouse steps, Wells Fargo loses their lien on the property. So a lot of times that's a good resource. A lot of times they will satisfy the tax debt. So if none of that works, we do find it necessary to file a foreclosure suit. It's about typically a 6-month process. We have to serve everybody with the papers. A constable will go to their abode and serve papers on the owner or the business of the lien holder, anyone who has an interest in the property, so that everybody is on notice. That's for the cover of the due process. And once everybody's served and has had an opportunity to answer the case and let the court know if they had any defenses to payment, we send it for trial. And here in Montgomery County, we have a tax docket in the 284th District Court every 2 months, so every other month. And if we obtain a judgment and the taxpayer still doesn't set up a payment agreement or satisfy the tax delinquency, then we set the property for a tax foreclosure sale. And the people will come out and bid on the property to satisfy the tax debt. So that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. And I want to encourage you, if you're considering this, I think I handed everybody my business card. Check out our website, you can find my card. You can look at properties that we have listed for tax sale. You can look at properties that are in the tax trust. And when they get the tax sale, it goes to the tax trust. It's eligible for private sale or public sale. If the entity approves to have a public sale. That's kind of everything in a nutshell. If you sign up, if you're interested in tracking tax sales, you can sign up to get email notifications.
Well, appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Great
That's the
presentation.
nutshell version. If anybody has any questions.
I just wanted to make sure everything got taken care of. And the next step with some of the properties in the town was to consider a delinquent tax attorney. And also, Mr. Elliott and Mr. John Polly. I would like to table this until next month before we make a vote on it. And in that meantime, I would like to sit down with possibly you, either Mr. Elliott or Mr. John Polly, which they are the legal representatives for the town.
Good.
And to see if not only with the taxes, but there's a few other situations that are kind of like, I don't know who I should speak to about, that I would like to go over that with y'all, if you don't mind.
I can make myself available. I'm happy to.
I greatly appreciate it.
I appreciate you reaching out to me. Thank you.
I got a